Hey guys, welcome to Moonlight Blade Online. I'm KratNSX. This game is a new MMO on the Chinese market. I recently just made an account. This is a bit of a re-recording of my first impression, so some of my reactions aren't exactly genuine anymore because this is a re-recording. There was some stuttering, and I actually noticed it was actually my recording settings, so I changed it back to the old way I used to record. This is Moonlight Blade Online. Some of you have asked to look at new MMOs, whereas this one isn't in the Western market yet, so the heavy language barrier and whatever if you're going to play it. But for the most part, I found this game to be extremely detailed for the most part, and very impressive for just like a first impression. Like when I saw the graphics, I was really amazed that my computer is running it perfectly fine. I don't even hear my graphics card chugging away trying to draw like graphics or whatever, and it's not, and it's running at a solid 60 FPS while I'm actually recording, so it's really impressive. It's optimized. Even a decent computer can run this game with high graphics. In Chinese, the game is actually called WuXia, which is WUUUXIAAA, but in translation it's called Moonlight Blade Online. So if you can't find that under Google results, then try WuXia. So in the first recording, I was actually making a character, and the character, I was showing a bit of the classes, like how this guy has a spear and a bow. I even made a joke how he possibly shoots his spear with the bow. I don't know, it's possible, it's just a giant arrow, right? And then I made a fighter character of the female class, and or at least what looks to be a female fighter anyways, because there's a gourd symbol there, not a fist, so I don't know. And then there's the fan class, there's a double sworder class of some sort, but they're holding one sword, so I assume it splits into two or something. There's the umbrella class, which is gender locked to just a female. So for the most part, you can tell the detail is immensely high. Like for the characters, there's no shortage of details here. Character creation is also very, very customizable. Your character can be customized in so many ways that you will most likely definitely not be the same as someone else. And the top left here is like the previous footage I recorded that I was making of this character, but it was stuttering and I didn't want to wreck your ears, so this is why I was redoing it. But for the most part, I wanted to show you again in close detail that you can actually adjust like a lot of the geometry features of your character when you create the character here. Like you can see all the polygonal lines or whatever. This is reminds me a lot of my own character that I'm making for the trailer for you guys to see, except just more detailed. But they have the geometry pattern very, very solidified to be customizable in almost every sense, in every feature on the face. It was extreme. The only thing I've come across that's similar in caliber is basically Blade & Soul's customization system, where you can build your character into almost anything per race. And this seems to be more the same, except not so in the exaggerated Magna Carta sense, but more in the realism sense. So this is even more detailed. And you can tell, like, there's like a slider bar for every single piece here, where I'm clicking through on the right here. Like, I can't read Chinese very well. I only know like a few words. Like this is like up and down, so I don't know what I'm adjusting up and down on this. And then there's also the eye colors. You can do its hues, its saturation, its lightness, and how big or small, which is dai sai. And then like eye makeup, like some pretty ass eye makeup there, and it's just like, whoa, you look like a vampire. I don't know. So yeah, there's like all sorts of things. I was just really like shocked and amazed at how much detail that was given into character creation. So for the most part, like right now it's a very early closed beta, and it's very hard to say what the game actually has to offer. I couldn't find any gameplay that you'll see in just a moment in the actual game world. But for the most part, like given what's already presented, I assume that this game has quite a lot of potential to do something crazy on the market, which I hope will, because it's always nice to see MMOs taking a step out of the generic branching of just, you know, the kill a go here quest or whatever. And for the most part, if character customization has this much detail, I assume they're putting equally as much into gameplay, hopefully. If not, then well, I just hope everybody just likes grinding to look different. Otherwise, we're all gonna be bored. In any case, so that was character creation. Here's some gameplay for you guys. I'll show it to you right here. Alright guys, so I changed some of my recording settings back to the way it used to be, and I realized that I think there was some compression conversion going on mid-recording, and that's what causes stuttering. I actually just changed it back to my old school way of recording, which eats up a billion tons of space on my hard drive, but eliminates the stuttering for the most part, so whatever. I'd rather not wreck your ears. I'm so sorry about the beginning there. Ugh. But for the most part, the game actually runs a lot really smooth, even while I'm recording. And I'm playing on whatever the settings it recommended me to play on. And for the most part, I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do right now. And this guy has a huge symbol on his head, and I assume I have to talk to him, but I'm not sure how. Double-clicking him, right-clicking him, nothing happens. Oh, I should check out the skills. There should be like a skill window. There's a lot of menus in here. This is a closed beta right now, only via invitation. I got an invitation from, well, for what I do. And I have to say I'm actually quite impressed with the game so far, just based on aesthetics. But I can't say for certain if gameplay is great or not. I only assume gameplay is pretty radical because the way like the character's hair physics are working already are pretty high end. Like setting that up is not easy. Trust me, I've tried it to do it in Unity and Game Engine, and it is freaking brutal just to get it properly. And they have it down really well here. Looks like they have item mall already. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know what these are. Oh, achievements. I'm not certain where I'm supposed to go right now. I'm just running around trying to find combat or something to punch, because it looks like I have 2 attacks here. But there's no enemies at all on the field. Keep in mind that this is a very, very early closed beta, but I have no idea how far into development this is. This is a dash button. Oop. Interface looks nice. The world is definitely looking pretty. Like, if I didn't have to fight anything, I would just actually run around the world looking at stuff. If I can access, if those places are accessible. Most MMOs or old school MMOs, they're not accessible because there's monsters around that'll one-shot you and kill you before you can even look around, which is kind of annoying. But because I don't have anything to fight right now and the field's kind of empty, I'm just running around checking the place out. If you want me to make more footage of this, let me know in the comments below. If not, this is the first impression of WuXia, or Moonlight Blade Online if it ever comes to the West. For the most part though, in the character creation, you notice that there is a ton of everything you can do to your character to make them look unique. For the most part, and I'm pretty sure there's even more options that'll be added into the cash shop for some sort of money income. So, like, the place looks absolutely gorgeous. But it is also absolutely abandoned. I'm not sure where I'm headed right now. I haven't come across any sort of hostile for the first 10 minutes. I assume this is probably because of language barrier, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, this is definitely like exploration. I'm getting achievements unlocked for visiting places. I can sort of read Chinese, I just can't read it fluently to make a coherent sentence. I try and look for keywords and then I have an idea of what this phrase is saying. That's how I read Chinese. And the same with like when I go to a restaurant and order food menu from a Chinese menu, I just look at it and I'm just like, oh, I see noodles at the end. It says mean. Or it says my fun. Or hor fun. River noodles. Or the rice noodles. Vermicelli. Yeah, there's no mobs right now, so I take it that I'm in a world where I'm in a land of peace. I'm in the land of peace. It'd be nice to actually like be able to kick something just to see how combat is, but I don't have any targets to attack. And the world's pretty darn big. You've been watching me for about 4 minutes run around being pointless. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure this is the fighter class. You can zoom up close, and then the view will have depth of field. Holy, it's got depth of field too. Lens flare, solar glare. Yeah, the detail is it's like really immense. Like, just look at the background detail that's blurred out just from zooming in the camera like this. So I don't know what else I can show you right now because I can't seem to find any hostiles of any sort, and I'm uncertain of what the game is supposed to be. But for the most part, I think this game has a lot of good potential just based on what I can deduce from what the system's already providing in terms of the game engine. So basically, when you see physics of like hair motion like this much, it means that like the game itself is probably extremely detailed, and the fact that your character is this detailed up close and still from far away doesn't lose that detail, that's pretty intense. So that's generally how I kind of gauge a game with very little to go on. It's kind of a shame that there isn't much combat that I can experience here. I ran all the way down here and I still don't know what I'm doing. I'll try and figure something out, and if you guys do want more footage, just let me know and I'll put it in the channel and hopefully demonstrate and have you guys have something to look forward to. It took me like a hell of a time just to register my account for this. Jesus, so much work just for so little. Alright guys, so I'm CrandusX. Thank you so much for watching for now. I'll see you later. Bye bye for now.